Hey, and welcome back to the channel. This week I crossed the border into Serbia and started my journey in the beautiful Serbian countryside. After soaking up the natural beauty, I made my way to Belgrade to experience the city's unique vibe. Then I headed towards the Romanian border, where I visited an incredible fort rich in history and fantastic architecture. So stay tuned, as I've got plenty to share about this amazing adventure. Welcome to owmyback-packing. I'm Heather, an over 50s traveller, and after 4 months of incredible backpacking in Thailand, I'm back in Europe for the next 5 months, travelling in my little van across the beautiful continent on a budget. I'll be sharing real honest moments of life on the road, staying true to my backpacking spirit. Stay tuned as I explore hidden gems, meet amazing people, and embrace the freedom of van life. Let's get going and find that sun. So we're just at the customs in Serbia, and why is it that I always feel guilty at the customs? I've got nothing illegal, barely got anything in the van, there's a bit of food and that's about it, but it always makes me feel like a criminal. Well, that was a piece of cake. Straight through, just check the passports, how simple. I may have spoken too soon. We've come out of Croatia, haven't actually gone into Serbia yet. So now we've got to queue up and go into Serbia. Silly me. And we got a stamp. So I've tried lots of park up places in Serbia so far, and every single one has either turned into a building site or is completely full up. So I decided to treat myself, and I've parked up in an actual campsite. It's 25 euros a night, and I've booked here for 2 nights, which is quite unusual, but I can get my washing done and I can have a shower. It's a bonus. Got the panels out. It's glorious sunshine. This is where I'm parked up. Here's the pool. Beautiful field. It's quite rustic here, like the showers and the bathroom are a bit dated and stuff, but it's all very clean and really rather nice, actually quite sweet. Like I said, it's 25 euros a night, and that's quite a lot of money when you're trying to travel on a budget, but it included getting the washing done, which is a total bonus, and just have a bit of security for the night and somewhere quiet to relax is quite nice. Good morning! I've just left the campsite and I'm now heading into Belgrade, and I plan to spend 48 hours there. I found a place to park up that's 20 euros a night, but it's secure parking and it's right in the centre of Belgrade, and it's about a 10-minute bus ride to the old town, which is perfect. So I'm just going to do some shopping first at the supermarket, and then I'll be heading directly into Belgrade. Serbia's history stretches back over 1,000 years, making it one of the oldest countries in Europe. From Roman ruins to medieval fortresses, this place is packed with stories from centuries of change and resilience. Have you ever seen anything as gorgeous as this? For miles and miles. Alright, so here we are driving into Belgrade, and if you've been following me, you'll know I couldn't miss a stop in a city that's sitting right on the Danube River. Honestly, if it wasn't for the Danube, I wouldn't be here, but this river has shaped Belgrade's entire history. Belgrade is massive, one of the largest cities in the Balkans, with a population that's always buzzing with energy. You can literally feel the history in the air as you drive through these streets. It's been under Roman, Ottoman, Austro-Hungarian and Yugoslav, each of these layers still visible in the city's architecture, food and vibe. Good morning. I am in Belgrade, and I've just woken up in the park up that I arrived at last night, and I've paid 25 euros a night to stay here, and it's in a secure compound and it's right in the middle of the city. And it's also 30 degrees and 8 o'clock in the morning. So today I'm going to head in on the bus and go and take a look around Belgrade. Hopefully I'd like to go to the fortress, but at the moment it's going to be weather permitting because it's extremely hot and I'm not sure how much of it I can tolerate. It's meant to be up to 37 degrees today, so I need to kind of stay out of the sun as much as possible. But let's go and take a look. First of all, I'll give you a quick tour of my concrete compound. So it's in a gated forecourt and it's all concrete. Stunning views. But it's secure and gated, and that's all that matters right now. One of the best things about Belgrade is all the public transport is free of charge. It's a really impressive building, but like so much here in Belgrade, it's so damaged. I've just got off the bus right in the centre of Belgrade, and this is my first view. So I've been off the bus 2 minutes, and I thought the best thing to do was to stop and get myself a nice iced coffee. There is definitely a huge coffee culture here. There's so many coffee houses to choose from. Right, let's go for a walk around and see what's about. There is some truly impressive buildings here. The strangest thing is the contrast, because that is freaking ugly. Just come across this sock shop. It's absolutely brilliant. So this lovely building is the head of the Football Association for Serbia. And look at the roof inside here. Absolutely beautiful buildings. I'm standing right in front of the Church of Saint Sava, one of the largest Orthodox churches in the world. Its grandeur and stunning architecture make it an unmistakable landmark at the heart of Belgrade. The height of this door and that knocker, I think it's made for giants, not real people. Now the highlight of the trip for me is the trip to the Nikola Tesla Museum. This is his original Tesla coil and we get to see it working.
Okay, first lighting in 3, 2, 1.
It's amazing to think about the genius who revolutionised the world with his inventions. Tesla, born in 1856 in what's now Croatia, was the mind behind alternating current, the technology that powers our world today. His experiments and ideas were ahead of their time, shaping everything from electricity to wireless communication. Four cases of really old and then new. So I've decided to take a bit of a break and grab some lunch as it's incredibly hot, and then I'm going to climb up to the tower hopefully, or to the fortress anyway. So I've ordered myself a nice tuna salad. How awfully healthy for me. As I walk down Belgrade's main old high street, you can feel the city's history in every step. The buildings here mix classic European architecture with a touch of local charm, ornate facades, colourful shutters and plenty of cafes spilling onto the sidewalks. It's a blend of old world elegance and modern energy, leading us straight towards the impressive Kalemegdan Fortress. So I have just arrived at the fort in Belgrade and I'm going to grab a bottle of water and I'm going to go and take a look around. Beautiful park area just in front of the fort, and here there is tables for people to sit and play chess, and a really good view of the Danube. So you don't expect to come to a fort and then see it filled up with dinosaurs. Or maybe you do, because it happened in Thailand. So the river in 1151 came all the way to here. It's quite a long way off now. So the Danube comes in there and goes around this island, which splits up the river, and then it continues its way all the way down there. We've just left our campsite or compound in Belgrade, and we're now heading to a fort along the River Danube, but the main aim today is to get out of the heat. It's incredible. It was 38 yesterday, and it's supposed to be the same today. So we're going to try and go up some mountains or find some forest or something to cool off, because the heat is a bit too intense right now and it's making us feel a bit yucky. But for now we're going to head to the fort and have a look around. See you there. As soon as you get out of Belgrade, the rest of the country is really a big, huge farming community. So everywhere you go is smaller roads and fantastic landscapes, fields and fields of sunflowers and vineyards. So I'm just arrived at a town called Golubac, and I'm just driving along the river, and it's got really beautiful here, and I'm going to head up to a fort. But the scenery's really started to change. It's got a bit of an Alps feel to it at the moment. We'll keep going. Well, that's my first view of the fort, and that's quite impressive. As you can see, we're right next to the river, and they have a lovely little cafe, which naturally means ice cream first. The fort was built back in the 1400s. A chain of events made Golubac one of the most important fortresses on this border, and pushed Hungarian King Sigrid of Luxembourg in 1428 to gather the best European knights and to bring them in front of the walls. This battle echoed in the world, and the story of chivalry deeds lived through the centuries. And no, I'm not a historian. They gave me a paper. I'm inside the Knight's Tower, and it's the coolest room I've been in ages. It's so hot outside. think I might see if I can park the van in here. But the view from up here is worth it. A lot of the castle is closed today. You can't get up here, for instance. None of these places are open. Apparently it's too hot and too dangerous at the moment. Right on the border of Serbia and Romania is guarding the entrance to the Iron Gate, which is a narrow, dramatic gorge along the Danube. The towering walls and impressive towers are a testament to the fortress's strategic importance. Walking around here, you can almost hear the echoes of centuries of history and battles fought to control this crucial crossing point. Now I'm in the courtyard and about to enter the palace. Inside the palace, you'll find a fascinating display of medieval armour, offering a glimpse into the life of soldiers who once guarded these walls. There's also a historic chair on display, possibly used by nobility, adding a personal touch to the castle's past. Interestingly, there's also a tribute to the Bible with references to its earliest writings and pages, connecting the fortress to a deeper cultural and religious history. Maybe that's better for a day that's not so hot. Okay, well that's it from me this week. I am ending my video here because it is so incredibly hot. I am going to cross the border into Romania and drive up to the mountains for the next few days to see if we can find a little bit of shade and a bit of respite from the heat, and then I'll continue after a couple of days back down to the Danube and finish off next week. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share, and join me next week. Bye bye.